JJAlexanderShow.
Jason Alexander, the pinnacle of the male form.
JJAlexander. I was thinking about going barefoot for the podcast.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, that's just a power move.
Yeah.
But I am socked up. I'm socked up right now.
I don't think anybody should go barefoot in this house.
Dude, yeah.
So,
there's razor blades on the ground. Like, it's a nightmare. You're good, Caleb?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on, Lou. I appreciate you. I can do a quick little intro. Lou So's open up for a lot of very, very good comics. She's up over TJ Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Just a really good comic. Great friend of mine. Very, very talented. We've known each other pretty much since we've done comedy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you started, how many years in are you now in comedy?
I'm coming up on 5.
5. Dang.
Yeah.
I always forget you're a veteran of the Colorado Springs open mic comedy scene.
But I don't act like it because I'm not an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm not a jerk. So that's why it doesn't seem like I've been doing this as long as I have.
That's fair. That makes sense.
Because most people are like jaded by the time you get to where I am.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm just mad about it.
Oh, dude. But the thing is I have a little bit more empathy for that. So I'm like, if I saw me and I was 35, I would hate me so much. Dude, it'd be like, screw that guy. That guy stinks. I don't think so. But also, it's like I'm a very, I think, forgiving person when it comes to conflict, you know. So it's like I don't think I'd ever get mad at somebody.
Yeah, I think that you have this really good way of staying neutral.
Very, very neutral.
I don't know how you do it.
I'm just chasing stage time. It's been a wild couple months about so what's the next big show you have coming up right now? Is there anything?
I'm just featuring for Rob Ward at the end of the month over New Year's. But how it happened was cool because it's at Threes, but how I got on the show was Rob Ward saw me do Wise Guys in Vegas, and then he knew that I was from Colorado, so then he asked me if I wanted to open for him when he came out here, which was cool.
What show was that at Wise Guys? Was it a showcase?
It was just an open mic.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I was just there for the open
mic. I met Rob, and I was at the Laugh After Dark Fest when you got too high on drugs to come to the after party. Dude,
that's facts.
What was funny is that Corey and I went out to Vegas, and she got the highest she's ever gotten too, because I was driving around in the Tesla, and I played this video of monkeys just dancing, and she laughed harder than I've ever seen her. She almost died. It was insane.
I feel like Vegas should go no other way.
Oh, dude. You know? Yeah. Also cookies, sponsor the pod, dude. Sponsor the pod for the 4 people that are going to watch this.
Whose Tesla were you driving, Jason?
My mom's.
Okay.
My mom's
right,
Tesla.
There we go.
I said my mom's Tesla.
No, you said the Tesla. I thought you just said the Tesla.
Oh, no. I never said the Tesla. I should, though. That's a good idea. That's probably what's wrong, is I'm not lying to women fast enough.
You should totally lie.
That's what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, you should definitely lie.
My honesty. That was a very funny. You gave me a very funny piece of advice. It's like, don't be nice. Was what you said.
Did I?
You did tell me this one time. Okay. You have to trick them. It's like you go be mean up top and then you're nice.
Oh yeah, that's
Which is psychopathic
don't
behavior.
Ever oversell.
I do feel bad that your arms crossed right now. Your arms crossed.
Oh, because I just don't like cameras. I'm not I'd rather be in front of 1,000 people than do this. And I'm sweating. I don't know.
No, dude, it's fine.
I just don't like cameras.
Oh, dude, we can go audio only. We just take a picture.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, that's
Putting
so funny.
This voice by itself isn't great either. So
oh, you're fine, dude. I think you do have to be a little mean. You have to nag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never been good at that. The nagging. That's super close. Okay.
Well, I guess I give that advice, but I'm not that way either.
Yeah. It's wild. I don't understand. Because you're married. That's good. Marriage is. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm 23.
That's what I love about being married. Everyone's like, let's just talk about you being married and make sure everybody knows you're married and that we're defining marriage.
That's fun.
That,
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
because it's just I talk to comedians and it's everyone is miserable. It's dude, everyone's what's up with dating apps? They're gay. And that's like most sets that happen.
Well, it is really nice too, though, that because I see you guys try to like date while you're also trying to be comics. And it's really nice that like I kind of already had that part of my life set up.
That's good. And then you get to write actual material. Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. No, so I do love it. I'm not complaining. But I also wish I would have started 10 years earlier, right?
Yeah, that was the exact same thing that Trent said. Trent said he wished he just started when he was my age. Yeah. Then we talked about it. It's like you're not ready for life at that point. But the thing is like I didn't have the college experience. I wasn't out boozing, and I could have been a good frat guy. I think I could have rallied the troops.
Yeah, you for sure look like
I think I could. I like that. That's a better mean thing that you said about me, because Trent said I look like I'm 97. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what a frat boy looks like. I don't. This guy with a chain.
We goof around.
Get a chain, Jason, and you would be.
That's
on
what
board. It would take years off of you.
That is a piece of advice that I have received from multiple women. It was get the mustache, get a chain. I'm like, why am I trying to be Mexican? What's going on? Why do people want me to be Hispanic?
They didn't tell you to get a spray tan.
Yeah, dude. I should. I think I should.
You can come with me. Yeah.
I had a very funny thing that happened in high school with a girl that got a spray tan.
Yeah.
She got a pretty bad one. She was very orange. But the thing is, this is what I like to preface the story. She was mean. Okay. She was very mean to everybody, and people were really mean to her. She was also a very liberal girl.
Yeah.
And we were like joking around, and she was just like, I feel so good. I'm so confident right now. Like I'm so much harder than these other girls. Like she
really feel it
was literally like that. And I'm like, and then like I walked up and I was like, oh, I love your spray tan. I'm a huge fan of Donald Trump. And she got so mad. And then I got sent to the principal's office. I said, and then like the principal's like, why'd you tell that to her? So also her name was very funny. She's a white girl. White girl named crazy.
All I think about is That's So Raven.
That's So Raven. Or the girl from Teen Titans. But then like the principal was like talking to me. He's like, Jason, why did you say that? I'm like, I was giving her a compliment. She reminded me of Donald Trump, the greatest president ever lived.
Make America great again with those spray tan.
And then the principal fist bumped me, and then I left. Like, you know what's up. Caleb knows what's up. But yeah, that is fun, dude. Yeah, it's also just like expectations for men versus women being attractive are so different.
Yeah, like, you guys can get away with a lot.
So much more.
Yeah, if you're funny, like have you heard Bill Burr talk about like how many times women just throw themselves at him, like in just ridiculous. Well, it's like whenever you get heckled, it's always by a drunk white woman, right? Yes. Like that's even me. I get heckled by drunk white women.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just if you're funny, women are just like. Ali Wong has a whole bit about this. Have you seen Ali Wong's?
Yes, I have.
How she talks about that, like about fan pussy and like how guys have that, but women, like we just get one creep, like one weirdo, because it's not like sexy to be funny, right? For women, like it's not. No, we don't get it the way that you guys get.
But this is what I will say, okay? Because I was in the mindset kind of going into like dating. I'm like, I am funny enough for two people. I don't need her to be interesting at all. She can just be pretty. And then I dated just pretty women that have no substance. And I'm like, this is bad. Like, this girl believes the sun is her food. And that was a callback from the last podcast that we did. I went on a date with this girl and she said that she doesn't need to eat a lot of food if she gets sunlight. Because she feels like that would like fill her up. And I was like, cool. And then I
try it.
And then I dated people that I actually like found interesting and funny. And then
the ones that asked you to pay for their doctor's appointments. Are those like the ones?
That's the dumb lady.
Okay.
Well, is she dumb or is she? I think she could be an evil genius. Like there could be a Netflix documentary about like because I'll explain the story for those of you guys that don't know. So I went out on this date with this girl. It went pretty good. I'm talking. It's have fun. She's like, hey, I have a doctor's appointment. I want to go to the doctor's appointment. Can I have a ride there? And I'm like, sure, that's cool. And then she was like, hey, we can hang out, go to my place after. That's what made me stick around. So I'm like, I want to go to her home. And we go, and I'm sitting in the waiting room, and she's like, I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like I'm not sure if my insurance card's going to go through. And I'm like, okay, that's a weird thing to think about before when you're at the doctor's office. This has been a good thing that you could have figured out earlier. Call ahead or something. And then they're like, hey, the copay is going to be like $100.
Wait, can we pause? Do we know what the appointment was for?
Yeah, it's for anxiety.
Okay.
So she's like, I have super bad anxiety. I don't want to walk my dog alone in Denver at night. And I'm like, you're just a human being. You're like an attractive girl. Of course, you don't want to walk your dog at night in downtown Denver.
Yeah, I think that's just like your natural instincts.
Yeah,
buy
a gun.
Yeah.
Sorry. Dude, this is all right podcast. I'm sorry. It's on me. No, but yeah. So then she's like, I need stuff for my anxiety. And then she's like, I need help paying for this. I don't have the money, and I just want to pay it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I remember I called Jordan on the phone. And he laughed at me hysterically, like crying, laughing, like, you're a dumbass. You should have said no. And then my mom uses that story about setting boundaries for her clients.
I love that.
Like, she's like, this is what you don't want to have happen to you. And I'm like, thanks, Mom. That's great. So, yeah, but that was her. She wasn't the smartest cat. Wasn't the smartest cat. Very nice.
So you're on to smart ones now.
I'm on... Yeah, I would say smart.
What would you define as like smart or funny?
Ooh. All women are smart and funny. All of them. Not one. No, what do I define that as?
Or are you talking like degrees? Like, do you want them to have like a college degree?
This is what I realized. I don't need a college degree. But I would say it's someone that I enjoy spending a lot of time with. That's a really hard thing to find.
Right, they can carry a conversation.
Oh, dude, when you have somebody like I have somebody in my life like that right now, where I'm like, oh, I want to tell them good things or tell them bad things, no matter what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I want to experience life with this person. Like that's what I kind of look for. You want to have that of like I could tell this person this funny thing because I went on this crazy road trip with my grandma, and I had this insane dinner with this Italian family. And like, first of all, the mom of this Italian family, because we went and picked up this mattress. That's why we went on this road trip. We picked up this mattress for my uncle, and we ate dinner with my uncle's ex-girlfriend. Because he left all his stuff there, left on bad terms, left this mattress there, and was like texting the girl all the time trying to get the mattress back. And my grandma's like, I'll just go get the mattress. And then we go get the mattress. I sit down, have dinner with my great uncle's ex-girlfriend and her mom. Her mom got married at 16 years old. 16 years old to a 27-year-old man in Italy. And then she was
still married?
No, the dad died. Obviously, he's a lot older because it was like there was like the old mom, and then there was like the young, like her daughter, who was also like I think like 60, like around 60 years old, and that's who my great uncle dated. And we like sit down, we have this food, and they're giving me all this dating advice.
Yeah,
she has never been married, and she's 60 years old, giving me dating advice. She's like, Jason, you got to find a girl at least 10 years younger than you. I'm like, I'm 23, man. That is very bad. And then
you
she's
shouldn't
like,
be telling anybody
but like,
that.
you should wait till you're 30 to get married and then go 10 years younger is what she told me. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. And then, like the mom was very weird. I believe that she was on the spectrum, was the girlfriend. She had to be. Cause like, we were just in a conversation talking about something. Like I think we were talking about like crime in Colorado or something. And then she's like, and then there's all these autistic kids now. And I was like, what the hell? And I'm trying to be polite because we have to get this mattress and leave. But like they made us pasta because they're Italian. It was pretty good. And then they brought, and I was like, okay, I can eat this. It's like meatballs and stuff. And then they go and bring out this other stuff, and it's the worst food I've ever had in my life.
This other stuff. If it's not spaghetti, I don't want it.
It was chicken, dude. So bad. Oh, dude. It was nuts.
Was it breaded?
It was, it was breaded. They make this, any bone-in chicken, get it away from me, dude. Bone-in chicken. If it's not chicken wings, I'll give a pass to. But like bone-in chicken wings with pasta, why would you do? That's white people food. Get out of here. Stop that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. What's your favorite food, Lou?
Oh, I like it just depends on my I go through phases,
You go through
right?
phases.
Like I love Thai food, but right now I'm like not so much into
What's the best
food.
Thai food in Colorado Springs?
It's like elephant something. I think it's elephant Thai. I don't know. I'm not just being racist. That's actually
I don't know, it's like elephant something.
Yeah. Yes.
It's like freaking I don't know, bobbly head cuisine.
Yeah. Yes. I haven't been there. I haven't been there in a while.
Dude, it was funny because my friend Sai was telling me about Indian food, and he's like, "Don't go anywhere in Colorado Springs; they're all terrible." That's what he told me. He's like, "Go to like Denver or something if you're gonna have it."
Yeah, I mean, if we're like just strictly talking Colorado Springs, like I'm trying to think like what my favorite restaurant is here, and I don't think I really specifically have.
Man. You don't even have a favorite fast food joint?
Well, no, because I'm gluten free, so I can't have.
Good for you. Are you gluten free or are you keto?
No, I'm just gluten free.
Just
gluten
free.
You're
just shit. That's what happens when you're gluten free. Is you shit your pants. That's what happens. Okay.
Yeah. If you eat gluten, then you shit your pants. Not because you don't shit your pants because you're gluten free.
That's why you shit your pants. It's out of the anxiety of not being able to have bread.
Yeah. No. Just like donuts. Yeah. I can have mochi donuts though. Have you ever had a mochi donut?
What's that? Is that like the
oh my god
thing?
it's made out of rice. Well, they have there is like mochi that is ice cream as well, but they're actual donuts and they're made out of rice and they're so good, like better than a normal donut.
That's pretty I doubt it. I doubt it, dude.
Well,
I crush Krispy Kremes like nobody else.
I love Krispy Kremes.
I wish I could have I'm probably going to do that after the podcast. Just go get a bunch of Krispy Kremes. Because also I'm supposed to do an elimination diet for ADHD. It's like what I'm trying to do, and I can't do it. I can't not have sugar. Because you're supposed to not have milk. You know about how tough that is for me. I'm a milk-fed boy. I was breastfed to 72 months.
You're chalky milk.
I brought chocolate milk on stage before. That has happened. I remember I was hosting for Adam Ray, and I got a chocolate milk, and I had it, and I was like, "Hey Adam, should I bring this on stage?" And he was like, "No." Why would you do that? It was very funny. So freaking slamming chocolate milk in the green room before the biggest show of my life is very funny.
I love that. It's very on point.
Very
who
on
you
brand.
are.
It's all it's authentic. You know?
Yeah.
But
sure.
I'm losing weight though because I'm just not eating bread for breakfast. I'm just eating eggs and bacon and like potatoes in the morning, and then I do that, and then I do dinner, and that's it. Just 2 meals. That's all I do. Losing weight fast, putting on beef.
Yeah,
get beefed up. You're a gym rat, right? You're back in the gyms, working out.
Yeah, sometimes when I can. I go through phases, because I'll be traveling a lot, and then I don't go, and then I have to come back and work out really hard for 2 weeks, and then I'm back off it again. You know, this week I probably won't work out at all. And last week I did work out, so
that's good.
Just depends.
Also, the thing I will say is all of the people I knew in high school that had abs didn't eat bread. So that is true. So I think that's going to help you stay. Just diets a bunch of it, and then it's you can go on a walk or something. Yeah, but also walking is good for coming up with material. I'm not sure if you've tried that.
Oh, I like to write at the gym. That's half the reason why I like to go to the gym.
Oh, it's awesome.
Because I feel like that's whenever I actually try to sit down and write, I can't. My brain is just no. Fuck you. I can't do it. It's always when I don't want to write the shit comes to my brain, in bed or at the gym or driving. Yeah,
definitely. It's it's shower. There's a reason you come up with song ideas in the shower for musicians and stuff. It happens all the time. Also, Paul McCartney wrote Imagine Paul McCartney wrote Yesterday after he had a dream. So that's wild. Have you ever had a dream and came out with a joke? Have you came out of that, dude?
No, I don't think so. I don't, not that I recall. I've had dreams about jokes, but never had the dream and then wrote the joke.
Yeah.
Have you?
No. I did have a joke about dreams because I was doing the contest from Seinfeld where you're not supposed to masturbate, right? For as long as possible, right? And I had a dream where I masturbated. I felt really bad. And I'm how much of a loser do you have to be where you're literally not even getting laid in your dreams? That's so sad. I'm such a loser.
That's a good joke. I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But I don't joke about sex in my act because I'm a good boy. My mom watches me do stand up, dude. Can't do that.
Yeah, I just constantly lie to my parents. I'm just I just don't really do comedy. I'm very bad at it. you can't find any of my stuff. No, I don't want them to hear any of my stuff.
The thing is, it's like what, like you posted this thing on social media. It's like, if you're getting these opportunities, like you do deserve them. Like you, like a lot of times you try to talk yourself out of being like, oh, I don't deserve this. That's how I felt after the New Faces thing. Like that was nuts for me. I was like, I don't deserve to be here. Like all these people have been doing comedy way longer than I have. And I just got third. That's stupid. This shouldn't happen. And I felt like bad.
Yeah, it's
afterwards.
Like imposter syndrome, you know.
Definitely had that big time.
Yeah, you have to be careful about that, because I feel like that. I feel like that a lot, you know. But that's whatever you have, it's for you for a reason, you know.
Big time. Yeah, it's also just, it's like how many like opportunities, like freaking you, me, Trent, like that. It's crazy. Like that's also like what's nuts is like, because also the Threes is opening a new club. Isn't that like next month?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
It's wild.
Soon though. I know it's coming up.
Yeah, we're trying to get freaking Chappelle's there. Come on, get Chappelle. Let me go bury Chappelle when he comes here. Can he follow me saying I look like I have Down syndrome? I think a lot about stand up, and I'm like, most of my act is me just being like, I promise I don't have Down syndrome.
Yeah, but I do have autism. I swear.
I do. I don't have autism. I've realized. You know.
I wish I did. Yeah, honestly, I'd
be
so much smarter.
I wish I could focus. I just have really bad ADHD.
Yeah, me too.
It just like makes me bad at picking up social cues sometimes.
Yeah,
that's all. Right. That's all it is. But also, just like that's humans in general.
Is it?
I think so.
I don't know, because I don't know any different. But I space out all the time. Like, will you ever just be like mid conversation with somebody and just get out of there, and then just get back in, and then you have to try to catch up on whatever they just said?
Dude, I had a joke about that, because I would get in fights with my last girlfriend about not listening to her, and I'm like, I gotta find the right thing to say that she won't be mad at me after I stop paying attention to what she's saying.
Yeah,
and I would say, hey, I'm sorry, I just got lost into your eyes there for a second. Can you repeat that?
Yeah.
Got me out of so many binds, dude.
Good job.
Dude, smooth as hell.
See, that's the difference.
I did that as a joke, never landed, but like conversationally, it's a great line.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
well, at least you like, but the thing is, like, you started listening and then you stopped and then you started again. Like my husband, for example, just doesn't listen, period. Like he just doesn't ever even start listening, right? Like, you know how many times in the week that I repeat, I already told you that. Like, I'll be going on a trip. You gotta
make lists.
Yeah.
You make the list and you give that to him.
Yeah, I should.
That's what you gotta do. Yeah. Like, that's the thing for me, is it's just like, you gotta write it down, and like I've like, because like also it's like I like getting in like fights with people or like arguments and stuff. It's like, dude, I can't follow. Like, I'll tune it out, because I don't think that your feelings are right most of the time when you're in a conflict with somebody. I'm like, you're wrong here. And then you have to, I had to like start like writing stuff down, being like, okay, this is what they're feeling. What are they going through? What's on their mind? Like that stuff. Like, because I don't think about it. I'm just like, I have to like do something that engages me.
I'm the greatest all of the time.
Literally, yeah.
I know.
I have to
that.
like
a lot of. I wish I had that confidence.
Yeah, dude. Like a lot of comedians, like I think most of the time comedians either are incredibly insecure or are narcissists, and those are the only kinds.
For sure. There's there's like the two far ends, because we're all very broken, right? So it's either you're just like the crazy. Yeah, super narcissistic, or the like just totally self-conscious.
But also, you could be crazy and incredibly insecure, which is a hilarious predicament to be in, because it's like, you're like, I'm making all of these bad choices, and and then I'm also insecure about me making these bad choices, and then you keep making the bad decisions. Versus me, I'm like, I'm the best. Nothing I ever did was ever wrong. And then, but even I still got imposter syndrome, and I believe I'm so much better than so many people, and it's really bad. Like, my mom is a big reason of why I have humility at all. Is like, I got the third place at Comedy Works. It was like a really big deal. I'm like super excited. And my mom came up and she's like, you know what, Jason, I'll be proud of you when your car's one color, is what she said. Because I have a gold bumper and a white car.
Oh,
and then she's like, oh, hey, Jason, you should use your prize money to go get some new tires, idiot. It's like pretty much what happened. Like, immediately after I'm riding this high, I like,
that's a bit.
It's insane. Also, after like New Faces, best 72-hour stretch of my entire life.
Yeah.
Immediately followed by getting punched in the nuts. Because then I just went and like bombed, had a bad day, like right back into it. And like I'm still going to open mics, you know, like yeah. What
I mean, I should still be going to open mics.
Yeah, no, but you booked enough shows. It's like if you want to work on new material, it's like I'm trying to get to the point. Like I want to shoot a 30-minute something like this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, not this year, but like 2024, 24, 25. Because like, have you thought about moving?
Yeah, I mean, yes, but I just feel like I have the ability to be able to travel as much as I want. So I don't mind being here. Like, as long as, like, if I'm living here, as long as I can travel as much as I want, then it's okay. But I do think about the exposure part of it. Like, I definitely need to be somewhere where I have more exposure now that I'm getting better. Because it was no problem being here getting good, right? And I still feel like I need to get, you know, I can get better before I really need to be around that. But if I really wanted to make it happen, you know, as far as moving, like, I don't think that me, like, being married or having kids would hinder that. It's just a matter of me feeling like I'm good enough.
That's awesome. It's just like it's like your internal clock for that. Mm-hmm. But also, we're talking about being insecure. It's like, when are you ever going to tell yourself that you're ready for that opportunity?
Right? Yeah.
Because dude, I'm feeling that because I'm like, I got to set a hard date for myself about getting out of Colorado.
Yeah. Well, Trenton said that you guys talked about that a little bit.
Like I have a like I think when my brain's fully developed, when I turn 25, I'm just gonna move to Austin. That's probably the plan.
Yeah, I would love it if you did.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at my life and I'm like, what am I gonna regret? And I'm like, not moving to Austin, I'd regret a lot. I think, that's pretty much like I'd regret that a ton. Like I don't think I'd regret like obviously I might regret missing out on time with my mom. That would suck, you know. But that's pretty much what it is, you know. Like it's kind of.
I think you'll have a lot more time for that, like later when you're older, because your mom's young.
That's
true. It's not like she's like 1,000.
And that is a good point. Dying. That is true. My mom's not gonna die soon. I do have a young mom. That's also why I want to kind of have kids sooner and like get married and stuff sooner. You know, but that makes that obviously does complicate like travel and stuff, but. It's hard because I talk with Mike about it. That's why he's not freaking like he could be a road dog like tomorrow if he wanted, but you just can't because he's not this munchkin. Yeah. Abandon your children. That's the key. That's the key.
We know, you know, there are some comics who do that. I won't mention any names.
Yeah, dude.
We know of at least one, and it's working well.
It's doing great.
Yeah. So,
dude, abandon your son. Go do a show where you talk about two would be squirting for an hour. Oh, dude, it's nuts. It's like it's a very vulnerable thing, you know. And also just you think about like life in general. It's like everything's gonna be hard, so you have to like pick which thing you're gonna end up choosing. Because also you'd have, even if you're like career lady or like any of those situations, like work and family is always a really hard thing for almost anybody. Comedians just as an extra special icing on the cake, which is travel, like being gone a lot. But I've seen people do it successfully though, you know, like Foxworthy's done it, Matt McCusker too. Like it is possible. Like it's like, especially like if you're every once in a while you bring the family with you, because also it's like I was talking to my mom about this because she's like, Jason, how are you going to make sure you don't cheat on your wife if you're doing stand up? Is like what she told me. I'm like,
I think you should worry about getting a wife first.
Yeah,
Jason,
thanks, Mom.
And then
then worry about cheating on my wife.
Yeah.
That is very funny. I'm jumping so far
ahead. Yes, please. Let's come up with a plan as to how your dog couldn't cheat on your wife.
Oh, that doesn't exist. That's thanks, Mom. That's great. but like she was like saying that like Kevin Hart like cheated on his pregnant wife while he was on the road.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that sucks. I'd prefer not to do that. That would blow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just hard to make those decisions, and like also like trying to figure out what you want out of comedy.
I think also, you know, like it depends on how much money you're making, Jason. Okay, because if you're making Kevin Hart kind of money, then I feel like
maybe
you can
I
just cheat on your wife,
you know,
and she can just shut the fuck up because she has all of the dollars.
That's a great point, dude. You go sell out freaking the Philadelphia Eagles stadium for a stand-up set.
Just go to the private jet and cry there.
Yeah, it's like, but also I do think there's the cry in my Ferrari people. I think that's bad. I think that you can find, like, I'm pretty happy, and I'm probably one of the poorest people Lou. Dead genuinely. Like, I am not doing well financially, but the thing is like I have such good relationship with people, and I need to, if I could figure, if like literally it's like if I could figure out a way to get this podcast to make like $3,000 a month, I would be the happiest human on earth.
I know you live on such a minimal amount
like
of money.
you
It's very impressive.
you
I don't know how
much
do it.
you asked. I think you asked me like
I
how
did.
much you need to live every single month, and I was like,
you said what, like $800?
Oh yeah. No, I think I said like $785 because I'm like, okay, rent, and then that's it. You could live cheap. You can. I think a lot of people just spend money they don't have to impress people they don't like.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. It's like a lot of people like want the nice car to like make this person like at the office think that they're successful instead of like being happy. Like, I bet I'm more happy driving my freaking multicolored Honda Accord as a piece of garbage than like some guy that's working 90 hours a week and doesn't see his family that's driving around in like a Rolls Royce, and that's like an interesting thing about just like life. Like, what is like what do you define your happiness as? Because like, dude, if I like seriously, $3,000 a month, stand up road gigs, and I'm like headlining on the road and I'm making like $1,000 a weekend, like I would be I don't think there's a better life for me than that. Because I'm like, I can't read. I'm very bad at math and most skills. I'm literally only good at lying, pretty much, because that's what comedy is. I'm good at that. I'm good at being funny. And I was like, because I was talking to my dad about this, about like my skills. I'm like, I'm good at talking, but not doing anything. What are good jobs for that? Yeah. Where you can talk and not do anything. And he's like, Jason, you can go into sales, you can be a lawyer, or you could be a politician, because those are like the things.
Oh yeah,
like comedian, lawyer, politician.
Yeah.
Like what other job do you just get to like where you get to talk and there's no substance behind it? Comedian, politician. Those are like the two jobs. Like, you don't have to get anything done, and you can just talk. If
comedy doesn't work out, I'll certainly vote for you.
I'll vote. I'll run freaking JJ 2024. Let's go. I'm done. I'm tired. Yeah. Oh, I just did Russell Keller's podcast. And we're talking about the two-party system and like about like how like that Democrats are like Pepsi, Republicans are like Coca-Cola, libertarian Mr. Pibb. That's what that's like third party is Mr. Pibb, dude. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is Mr. Pibb.
Hilarious.
Very funny. Like, that's gonna be the clip, and then I just repeated the joke on this podcast like a dumbass.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. What's your like? What would you say is your vice? Like we all have a vice. Like, my vice is like I'm big food guy. Like food and then pot probably for me. It's like my vices because I'm not a big drinker.
I would say spending money.
Spending money?
Yeah.
That's good. How much money do you spend a month?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
You don't even, not even my
Lou,
husband
you
knows
should
how
just
much
send
money
me.
I spend
Oh no,
month.
dude!
Like,
you should just send me $600. You should just increase my standard of living every month. Go be my sugar mama, Luso. Please help me. I will write tag in exchange for rent.
Okay, great. Yeah, perfect. Write my jokes, and then I'll just get up there and do JJAlexander jokes.
I think it would be a good idea. That's my ego. Because also the thing is, it's like one of the things that I think I would be good in a writer's room at is I think I'm good at listening to other people's voices and writing jokes for that. Like, I can write jokes for Luke Stams like nobody's business.
I've never thought about that. Like, I never thought it would because I've like, obviously added to people's jokes before, like when we've been sitting and writing.
Just tags and stuff.
Yeah, but I've never actually thought about like if I were to write a joke in this person's like persona, how would it go? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be fun to do because I've never thought.
I tried to give Trent one. tried. I'm like, this is perfect. I can never say this. Then he's like, Jason, I'm not going to say that. I said, okay.
I literally was gonna be like, it's impossible to write for Trent.
Yeah,
Trent's so stubborn.
He is very stubborn, and I respect that. I think that there's a piece of that that's good. That you want to make sure that you're not like relying on it, but also there's a difference between that and also being like an asshole. of like just believing that you're greater than now and you don't need anyone's input.
Yeah.
Because you have to have that balance. Like I've had to find of like what is criticism I'm going to listen to and what's criticism I'm not going to listen to.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. Because also it's like if someone's criticizing you and they're not where you want to be, like if Mike Hammett criticized me, I'm listening to him. He's done stuff that I want to do, you know. But like there's a lot of other times you just realize that it's noise, you know.
Sorry, I'm still so hungover.
You freaking got crunk. What'd you do Saturday?
No, just at Trenton, dude. I am old, so my hangovers last like 3 days now.
Because you got crunk at Nanos.
Yeah, that was where it was.
That's
now
nuts.
I still feel like shit. But what was I gonna say? Anyway, I feel like it's like how people go about or like approach you with their criticism, you know, because like sometimes that is what pisses me off the most, right? Like if they're like, hey, you know, let's start here. If there's somebody who like knows you and you have like a mutual respect for each other, and then you're like, hey, like I heard this joke and I think it'd be really great if you added something like this, like that's like constructive criticism.
Yeah.
But if it comes from somebody who like never talks to you and then all of a sudden is like, hey, I'm going to talk to you about your joke. It's like, why the fuck are you talking to me? First of all. And second of all, like, what's your intention behind
what's your intention behind your
this?
advice?
Yeah. Like I had someone, I won't say their name, but I was doing an open mic at a club that I normally don't go to. And I just got up and like did my time, which I was there to work out material, right?
Yeah, you're not trying to win.
No, I'm not like trying to win anything. I was just there like running my shit. And then this person didn't say anything to me in person, like to my face the whole time I was there, nor do they ever say anything to me. If anything, they mean mug me every time I walk into this place, right? And then all of a sudden, like a few hours later after I've left the club, they slide my DMs and they're like, hey, I just wanted to talk to you about your joke. I really feel like you should add this, this, and this. And I'm like, why the fuck? Like, why?
Just talk to me. Yeah, that is a weird. And also, it's like you probably experienced that as a a lady. You know, that's tough. Getting slid in DMs by
other. Also a lady.
Oh, that's even saucy.
No, they were just trying to just be a bitch.
Oh, dude, rock on. That's so funny.
It's just again, like I'm not like I didn't ask for
you
your
just gotta
input
say
on my joke.
I would bury you. I don't value you. That's what you say.
Right. Like, I didn't ask for your opinion on my joke. So why is it that when you don't talk to me about anything else ever, is it okay for you to all of a sudden want to talk to me about my joke?
Yeah. And also it's like, I think it's like a big piece of it is that you have to be sure of yourself and your values and who you are. Like that's the big piece you have to kind of, because if you're putting like a lot of emphasis on even like a club owner being like, you suck. Like that's hard because did you watch that Kevin Hart like documentary thing? Like he said that he went and auditioned at like the Improv, and then he in the booker like he was really nervous and like he did his best, and then the booker was like, hey, I just don't see it. He's like, oh, what do you need me to change? He's like, oh, I just don't think you have potential. Is what he said to Kevin Hart. Like, and the thing is, it's like there's gonna be a lot of people like that.
Well, that just proves how subjective comedy is, right? Because it happened with like Jerry Seinfeld and Mitzi Shore. Right?
And Jerry's one of the greatest of all time.
Wait, what's her name? Mitzi, what's her last name? Shore?
Yeah, you got it. Mitzi Shore.
Yeah. Yep. So I feel like that's happened to everybody who's great. Like there's going to be somebody who doesn't think that they're funny.
Oh, big time.
And I've learned that like not to. When I very first started, I would like run my jokes by my friends that weren't comics or anybody. And it's like, just go up and do a joke. There's been so many times where people have been like, that's not going to work, Lou. That's not funny. And like Mike Hammock has said that before, because I will talk to Mike about my jokes beforehand sometimes. And he came up after one time and he's like, I really didn't think that was going to work. I didn't think that was funny at all. And it killed, So
yeah, it's tough because also it's like comedians are very bad at judging what's funny. Because also what's funny to us is like, oh, there's this joke about a baby addicted to crack. That's what's going to make us laugh.
Yeah.
Versus like what's going to happen for a regular person. Because also that's like when I first started, I wrote really dark because I was like, this is what comedy is. I'm the only one that's going to talk about punching women. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this is bad. This is not like listenable. And then I like kind of discovered my own voice and just talking about me and like writing stories about my life. I think that that's where you kind of get it. And then also like with like I do kind of observational, but tie it into like how it connects to me, which is also, it's like, I think that that's the best formula that I've seen is like you can talk about a subject but relate it to you. Like Louis C.K. does that really well. Like if you see him talk about like Israel Palestine, but he relates it to his kids, brilliant. Because also you get it out. You get it out from the gravity of the subject.
For sure.
You know, because also you're making it about you and your experiences. Yeah. So like what like looking forward do you see as like your path? Like what do you want to like try to like go here, grind it out, get to headline, you know, like the local clubs here? Like what are you kind of like what's your plan, like your trajectory? Like what's your kind of game plan?
I mean, I want to get to the point where I'm headlining. I want to have a full solid hour that I'm super proud of. And I think how I've gauged that is because a big thing for me is I'm from Utah. So a lot of people who have heard that I'm doing stand up, they're like, oh, we really want to see you. So I'd like to be able to go and like produce a show in Utah where I'm headlining and I can sell that out. Because I know I can for sure sell that out. But I still have it in my head, like, I'm not going to go there and do that until I am 100% proud of every single joke that I do. And it's like representing me the way that I want to be represented. Right. So that's like something that I'm working for, to like really build the hour to the standard that I want it. And then once I have an hour, I mean, yeah, just going as much as I can on the road. Yeah. But I would like to get picked up as a feature, you know, like full time on the road with a comic.
Yeah.
I'd really like that.
Yeah, and also like that's what's so weird is like with comedies, like you're kind of just at the whim of someone like plucking you out, like, and that's what you're like trying to just work so then you're ready if that opportunity happens. Yeah. So you're doing a festival soon, right?
Yeah, I leave tomorrow. I'm gonna go do I'm flying out tomorrow too. Comedy Festival in Tennessee. Where are you going?
I'm going to DC to visit my grandma. I had to fly back early, so I'm flying in on Wednesday, and then I'm doing Comedy Works that night.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, dude, I'm doing Thick Skin. That'll be fun.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, like, so how'd you hear about that festival?
I just always look on the Facebook page on the Comedy Festival, whatever.
Yeah,
so
I'm doing Tower City in January. Have you done that one? It's Paris, Texas.
Okay. Yeah. No, I haven't.
Oh, dang. Oh, no. It's a bad thing when no one you know has done the festival. Yeah.
I think it'll be fine.
Oh, you should apply to Portland, Maine next year too.
Okay.
That was
good.
That was good. They got a big headliner. Yeah, it was good. I met so many New York people. That's what's huge.
Okay. So yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Anything on the East Coast. Also, like I'm trying to find industry ones, because then it's like you can meet managers and agents and stuff. Like, yeah.
What time of the year is the one in Portland?
I think that was, gosh, when was that?
It's been a while.
Right? I think it was July.
Okay.
Yeah, it's July. Okay. So probably submission's probably going to open.
I'll have to watch for that, because I for sure want to submit to it. But
yeah, but comedy festivals are fun. It's also, what's crazy is that I realize how good like anyone from Colorado is. Like, I'm like, dude, like this stuff would have like I saw a bunch of like comics. I'm like, oh, this is an open mic. And then like, cause it's like you assume that you're not ready. That's what I got. Like, I disagree with Trent on, because Trent's like, I'm not applying to comedy festivals. I'm like, I don't think you realize how bad most of the people are. Because also it's like they're sending their best tape, and then that could be like 2-3 years old, and they haven't done those jokes in 2-3 years, and now they're working on this new 5 that they like, but they have a bad internal clock. Because that does happen. Like you can get worse over time if you don't like be really intentional with it.
Yeah, I feel like that sometimes. I'm like, am I getting worse or am I getting better?
Yeah.
You know, we don't know.
I don't know. I think it's like I feel like I've improved pretty much consistently since I did comedy, and then I feel like kind of like plateauing right now. So like, I need to do something different. Like, I think we need to do like a bottom of the barrel like riff show. Like at 3's or freaking Loonies or somewhere, because I need it. I like writing on stage. I like the pressure.
Too. Well, Jesse was doing that off the cuff thing, and I loved when he was doing that. I love that, and I did that in New York too. They have an open mic where they just do off the cuff stuff, and it's the best way to write on stage, because it takes the pressure off of like having to be, you know, funny with a specific thing. Like, you can literally just go until you find the funny, you know, and that's That's awesome.
They just started like a riff show at Comedy Works, and I did the first one with Georgia, and I went up and I did pretty well, and then I was like, oh crap, I just got a big laugh, I should just leave. And then I left. I did 6 minutes. I was supposed to do 10.
Yeah,
so
but that's
so
like
bad.
such like a pro move though, to just get the fuck off the stage, like get a big laugh and get off.
I was like, oh crap, I don't want to ruin poor Georgia's show. And then George was like, hey, great stuff, like we'll have you on again, do your time. Like I was like, oh my bad, I'm an idiot.
That's hard though, because I don't know, in some instances
riffing is so tough. It's so tough. But then I realized I just put too much pressure on myself. I made it too big of a thing. I'm like, this is my first like paid gig at Comedy Works, holy shit, what's going on? And then I like put all this pressure on it, and I'm like, I don't have material too. That's tough. Like yeah, but I got some big pops, which I was proud of. I should have got my tape from that, but it was just like, it's tough. It's like, it's a lot of high pressures. It's like stand up without a net. I like that. That's pretty cool. TJ Miller, speaking of which, very good at that. One of the people you've opened for.
I love TJ Miller. Dude. He's like literally one of my like top 3 favorite
comedians.
That's
so cool.
He's so talented.
It's very funny, like you saying that. I remember watching his special he filmed at the Paramount, and he just covers himself in spray. Do you remember that? No one told me about that. So I just went into the special blind. Everyone's like, oh, TJ Miller's a really great stand-up. I'm like, okay, let's check this out. Then he just sprays like a bunch of water on his face.
Yeah, you never fucking know what he's going to do. He always has something crazy.
It surprised me and didn't surprise me that he had a huge brain thing.
Yeah, like, I know. Yeah. I know. See, like, well, I don't know if you've heard him like talk about the story, but he was so concerned that he was like, if I have this surgery to remove this tumor, is it going to make me less funny? He was like legitimately concerned. Like, if you mess with my brain, is it going to make me less funny? You know? And like, imagine that being like this like hilarious person. And then what is the only thing we need in comedy? Our freaking brains, right?
And voice. Well, not even voice.
Well, I guess, I guess your voice. Yeah.
But your brain,
for sure, your brain.
That's tough.
That's crazy. So it's really cool that he's like, still just so funny. Yeah. So funny.
That is crazy. It's also like that is a very interesting thing that you brought up. Is it's like I think what can happen is if you work too much on yourself, and I've seen it, because I'll just talk about my experience. So my uncle, like probably still one of the funniest people I know. He got less funny the more empathetic he got for other people.
Shit. See?
He started caring about people's feelings and stuff, and he wouldn't say the funny thing. And it's a really tough balance. Like, you have to toe this line, and I think the thing is you just have to be okay with looking yourself in the mirror. Like, if I make a joke, like, I would do the jokes in front of anybody. It's like how I feel about it.
Yeah. See, I filter myself a lot because like I don't want to come off like a mean girl, I don't want to come off, because it's just like
you'd likability's huge.
A bitch, like I don't want to be a bitch, but I in my real head I am.
Yeah. I had this conversation with Corey about, like, if I get a heckler, right, and they're yelling at me, I can be like, you're a fat bitch, I hate you, right? And you can do that, right? You, Corey, if you say that same thing, they're like, what a C word, that lady.
Exactly.
Very bad.
Exactly. Like, I would love to make fat people jokes.
You want? Yeah, I think you can.
I would. I hate fat people. See,
what's your problem with me, Lou? What's going on?
You're not fat. I'm talking like you're blocking the whole aisle when I'm trying to get off of the airplane,
That's
like,
so funny.
You're just taking so long. I'm like, just wait for everyone else to go, and then you go, because you're fucking fat.
Shopping. That's right. That's where I get it.
Yeah,
it's like you get one of those carts. You're trying to get to the freaking. Because here's the thing: me and the fat community are buying the same food. We're buying cosmic brownies.
You're on those aisles.
We got cosmic brownies and Dr. Peppies. That's what we're doing, dude.
Yeah, I love it. I love that.
Oh, that's so funny. I do think, but the thing is, it's like. It's a coping mechanism. It's just like, it's like looking at someone that's addicted to crack is like a big way of looking at it. Like, there's something had to happen to get them to that point.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And I know like addiction is a hard thing.
It is.
And,
See? Not funny. Well, this is not funny. Addiction's hard. Yeah. Anyways, how are those Twinkies treating you, Trevor? What's going on? Yeah. No, I think like it's like likability is a factor. I think like it's a big thing. But also it's like it's a double-edged sword because also like I think a lot of the time, like, okay, this is you cannot answer this question. We can cut it out too. Do you feel like it's more pressure to be funny as a lady, or do you think it's just pressure as a comedian in general?
I really try not to view myself as like I was in this group chat yesterday.
Yeah.
Were you in that group chat?
Which one?
With Mike Hammock about writing.
You're right, Roast Jokes, yeah.
Yes. And who was it that changed? It was like Tracy was like, I'm the only girl in here or whatever. And then there was like, oh no, there's another girl in here because I was in there. I just didn't contribute to it at all. But I'm like, why does that have to be even a thing? Right? Like there's a girl in here, you know, I'm like, we're just comics. Like, why does that have to do anything with
it's the heart. It's like the intention, you know. It's like if I'm obviously it's like I'm gonna give opportunities to who when I booked Lou it was because I'm like Lou's gonna do well.
Right.
It wasn't because oh shit I got to book a girl.
Right.
That's like what it is.
Right.
And I think that like I think it's a tough thing, you know, because like obviously I don't want to have my lineup be boring, you know, but I want it to be good.
Well, so like for example, if there are like both men and women or whatever on a show, then I think it's definitely better to like kind of alternate it to change it up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like maybe put like the girl and if there's only one girl, put the girl in the middle just because it does break it up. But
you only can talk about penis so much, you know?
Right.
We need to throw some other stuff in there.
So yeah, I don't know. But to your point of is it harder as a girl? No, I mean, I don't think that. I know a lot of women who do feel like that, but for me, I'm just like, I don't know, this is my experience. And if anything, I feel like I have an advantage, you know, because there's less people to compete with. And so we do stand out more. I think people pay attention more because they're like, well, let's see if this bitch is funny, you know, like, cause most of the time people don't think girls are gonna be as funny.
And the thing is, if you can get a great hit, like there's I know, like you have great openers. You know, you can open on a joke that's gonna get 100% laugh all the time. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, you can get the attention right there, and like, okay, you can demonstrate competence super early on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's important. But you have to do that as a man or a woman, right?
Oh, yeah,
that's absolutely necessary.
Yeah. It's also I just think I do wonder about that. Because it's like there's a lot more dudes in comedy for sure.
Yes, I feel like you have to do a little bit more to stand out.
Yeah,
because just you know.
Yeah, especially being a straight white male. Looked at the camera for that one.
It's real hard.
Being a straight white male,
it's
a nightmare every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's
hard.
Yeah, it's definitely like, I know it's like. It can be tougher at times because also it's like I talked to like what was very funny is my aunt went to Comedy Works and was like, Jason, why are none of the girls funny? It's like when my aunt told me, I'm like, no comment, Aunt Kim, you're wrong. Actually, they're beautiful and brave. You're an idiot. Yeah. That's what I said to my aunt. Yeah. Actually, you're wrong. Yeah, no, but comedy is very subjective too. Like that's the thing.
It is. That's what's hard.
That's also what's tough about comedy competitions. You know.
Oh God, it was just kill me. I hate comedy competitions.
Oh, dude, I like them when I'm doing well, and then if I lose, it's rigged. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like
them. So much pressure. It's a lot of pressure. Mm-hmm. So you're not doing the New Year's one, the New Year's comedy contest.
Where's that?
Just the Alexander. It's like right by Vasa.
Oh.
Yeah. It's Russell's comedy contest.
Oh, did he do it last year too?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. That's when I beat Trent and he got really mad.
Yes.
He got really mad.
That would be I guess that would be fun because
it would be fun for sure.
You know, it's whatever. But like I don't like doing them like at clubs or like I wouldn't like submit to a comedy competition, you know?
Yeah.
Because I have and I just did not have like a good experience with it because immediately you're just like, well, what the fuck? Like why them? I think maybe Comedy Works like is more reasonable because they have so many rounds and but I do know of comics who were in this last one that were like, I got put in a bad spot. I was in like drop the check spot.
I got the check spot and I got third. So everyone other than me is a bitch is what I have to say. No, like seriously, like I had a very funny conversation with Russell and because he was like, I don't know, I maybe could get through to the semifinals.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then literally it's like, even I was like, here's the thing. I genuinely in my heart believe I'm better than a lot of these people and I am going to go after it and I'm not gonna no excuses. I got second. I got the second. I got people are ordering their drinks during my set and I still got third. I'm pretty pumped about that. It's about like you have like, but also it's like this is the exact same thing. The fact that you said this, like me being a lady, is an advantage. You looking at it like that, you'd kill anybody that looks into themselves as a victim. You'd kill them. Like you're like, oh, I'm in the position where I can go be successful and I'm competing against less people. I'm going to win. Like you would crush any of those other well, actually, can I please have a spot because I'm a girl? It's like, go do 5. Go do 5, dude. Go follow Lou. Come on. Go for it. Good luck.
Yeah, well, I've always felt, because people have always said, that the only reason I'm getting booked is for this, that, or the other.
That sucks.
When really, though, it's like I know every single time I've been booked, it's because my material stands for itself. I really don't have to do anything else, and that's what, like, I submit to festivals and I get accepted to festivals. I get stage time anywhere, anytime I've ever asked.
Undeniable.
For anything, I've gotten, stage time, right? Huge. And it's like that's based off of my straight material, not me like batting my eyes at you or.
That's how I get my gigs, though. I'll say that.
Yeah, for sure.
Pure sex appeal. That's how I get booked.
Yeah. You just.
I'm a machine. Chocolate milk. I send it to the booker of the Improv. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. Just me shirtless drinking chocolate milk. I'm like, please watch my tape. Click here. And it's just me like chugging chocolate milk. Shirtless. I think
there's more of this where that came from.
I'll see you Thursday. Oh, just show up. Yeah. So have you done? So what clubs you've done? Have you done at the Comedy Store La Jolla, right?
The one downtown in Hollywood.
Oh, you've done that one. That's sweet. That's very, very cool.
Yeah, I guess.
I know you do. I know you have some connection to San Diego, right?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I've heard very good things about that city.
Yes, I love the scene there. The comedy scene there is great. It's really, really great. So let me know when you want to go.
Freaking hell yeah, that rule.
But yeah, no, I've done several places in San Diego. But as far as like clubs go, I've done the House of Comedy in Arizona in Scottsdale, I think, which is an awesome club. Love that. Sick.
I saw Shane Gillis there.
Yeah, it's a great club.
Very good club.
And then the Denver Improv. I've done obviously like the shittier ones in LA, like the Chateau. I haven't done the Denver Improv yet. Yeah, you got to. You know the booker, Dan. You know who Dan is? Oh, I love Dan.
I haven't met Mr. Dan.
He's fantastic. Yeah, I'll connect you to him.
Dude, perfect.
Because he really like you a lot.
Yeah, but House of Comedy, Improv, obviously Threes. You've done Comedy Works.
Yeah, the Miami Improv.
Miami Improv. Mm-hmm. Ooh, how's that club?
It's awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite one?
Though. I just love the Denver Improv. Like, I love it because I've just like that. I feel like is kind of like my second home. And when you go to the Improv, it's just so much different from what I'm used to. Yeah. And you just feel like a celebrity,
little famous,
right? Because like you don't have to leave the green room. Like my thing is like I'm such a socially awkward person, and I don't like seeing people before the show because then, and I also like I don't want to have to go. I want my own bathroom. Okay, I don't want to go in this like civilian bathroom.
Preach,
okay,
yes.
Because then I make sure I like wash my hands extra long, because then they're for sure gonna see me on the stage like right after, and I'm just self-conscious about it. So
I literally have had that. I've like gone to the bathroom, not washed my hands, and I had someone heckle be like, "This guy didn't wash his hands."
Seriously?
I'm like, this is bro code, dude. Don't tell anybody.
Oh my god.
Very funny thing.
Yeah. Well, and then
that was like 3 years ago for sure. Yeah.
For sure, a long time. There's been a lot of hand washing since then. Yeah. So, But no, and then like
Definitely
even just being out at the bar, like I don't like being out at the bar because one time I was in such a hurry because I was about to go on stage and I like needed my drink before I got on stage. So I just went up, like not really thinking, like there were people standing at the bar, but I just kind of went up and like demanded my drink. And for a good reason, though, because it was like a time crunch. But people don't know. They just think I'm being an asshole. And then they see me on the stage and they're like, well, now we're not going to laugh at her because she's an asshole.
Yeah, this is some prima donna that's over here yelling for a Heineken.
Yeah. So I just would rather, so like at the Improv, like you never even have to leave the green room. Like you have a server who comes to you. You have your own bathroom. Like you never have to like interact with people or see people.
That's what comedy works with.
Yes. And I love that. So I mean, that's really nice. But I think actually most like clubs are that way.
I think most clubs that are not in Colorado Springs, it's just like, but also like the thing is we have to realize that we're starting in this is a B market. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like this is like, that's a really tough thing because like a lot of people make like, oh, this is a very big thing. I'm like, you understand when a comic comes here, they're working on new bits. They're not like, this isn't polished material.
Yeah.
Like, even Chappelle was riffing at the Pikes Peak Center. I'm like, if I did that, would be the biggest show of my entire life. And he's like, how old are you, sir?
Yeah.
What's going on? He's like doing a bit. He was like, get this guy a beer. And then that was like a joke that he did. Well, then he did an Asian accent for about 10 minutes, which was which makes me mad at people that get mad at me for like being offensive.
For sure. I want to do an Asian accent, okay? Because I'm married to a Korean man.
You can't. You get the pass.
I thought so too until
until you
several
did the joke
people
in front of an Asian person.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even. Well, yeah, I mean,
If
John Rummery. That he's definitely Asian. He definitely thinks I'm a racist.
That's good. I think that means you're funny enough. I think that's what that means. If you're getting like canceled for something you said on stage, you probably are doing like something pretty funny.
I literally receive a lot of criticism from my mother-in-law. Okay, and people need to hear about it, right? Like
funny.
just like her, just me acting out her picking me apart is.
Yep. I almost did it.
Why you have so many pimple? Why you don't wash your face?
Very good.
Just stuff like that.
That's very good.
I feel like
this is how
my experience.
I think you can do that, but like because you can say it in your normal voice, but like why no you wash your face? Like you can do that and say it like that and be like, I'm gonna tell you the exact words she said to me because then they can't get mad at you.
Verbatim.
This is verbatim.
This is a quote.
I think it's also just like that dynamic is very funny, like with like a mother-in-law. Very funny.
Yeah, it is kind of.
Oh, dude, like I had a pretty funny interaction with because I like went over to, it was my ex-girlfriend. It was like the first time we were meeting her family and all this stuff, different stuff, and her mother was being really cold to me, and I didn't understand why. Oh man, this is gonna be a tough one to get out. Okay, so we were talking, and I was like, she was being kind of cold to me, and then like my girlfriend at the time was like, what's going on? And she's like, it's hard to take your boyfriend seriously when I know that you made him a finger puppet because my girlfriend told her mom everything we did together. She poked my butt. She poked my butt, dude. She told her mom.
She told her mom that she touched her asshole.
Yeah.
I would
Red
never.
flag.
If I told my mom anything along those lines, she would melt away.
Dude.
Like,
oh man,
like what? That is insane. That
funny.
is insane.
So funny. Get away from there. Shoo. Come on, stop that.
Wow.
Still dated probably 6 months after that, which is pretty funny.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, I've made bad choices.
Listen, I feel like you look like that white guy though who would marry an Asian woman.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think we need to just get on.
That's what we need to do.
And never tell them.
What's funny is I did tell my last girlfriend. She was like, "What are you into?" And I was like, "Asian people." And
I knew it. And
then she was like, so "What do you expect me to do with that information? Like, what do you want?" Of like, we can't finish this conversation. We finished the conversation, and it was very funny. But I'm not going to say that on a podcast. So it was pretty nuts. The solution might have involved Scotch tape. That's all I'm gonna say. But may or may not. But yeah, it's pretty.
Well, I'm all for this, and I feel like
so
whatever I can do.
This is what I want to ask you more than anything. What's your dating advice for me? What do you think I need to change? What am I doing wrong? That's what I want to know. I want to hear your opinion.
Jason, I don't ever think about you and or your dating. I get very aggressively mad every time I go to goddamn Torchy's Tacos, because then I do think about you and your dating.
Stupid bit.
Yeah, because it's taking over my life. No, I don't know. I don't know.
What do you wish you could tell your 23-year-old self in regards to dating and relationships?
I feel like I just do everything perfect all the time.
That's good. I like that. That's a good change of pace from Lou. That's good.
I do. That's the one thing I'm good at. I don't know. I think you're doing great. I feel like you should just keep enjoying this, because you're gonna have so much more time.
That's true.
Later on, you do not need to rush. I was married, and I got married when I was 18.
Dang.
And then I got divorced.
That's crazy.
And then I got married again. So my husband now.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And that was at 23, and I felt like I was so young. Even then, I was so young. So just don't even force it. I feel like you're just doing everything perfect. Like, you're literally chasing your dream.
Just focus on what I want, what I'm passionate about.
Yeah, because it always comes when you least expect it. I think anything good, it always comes when you're not looking for it. Because that's when you have the least amount of resistance to it, you know, and then the universe just does what it wants to. I just know that you just really want to get married and just have an Asian wife that you keep in your closet or whatever.
An Asian wife that just yells at me. I think that because it's opposites attract, and I think the opposite of me is an Asian woman. That's what I do believe.
Yeah. I believe that too.
That's the exact opposite of me.
Yeah.
You know, but also it's everyone. You can't generalize. Also, the different people are different, even if they're the race. You know, everyone's different. Everyone has their own special set of differences, and everyone's unique.
Yeah.
Individually.
I just don't know, dating apps for me are just because I never have used a dating app. I don't even know what that is or what that looks like.
It's not going well.
Sometimes my husband's friends, his friend Paul, he's staying with us right now, and he'll let me go on there for him, you know, and I like to swipe on there for him. Yeah. On whatever, I don't know what app it is.
There's something evil about I have girls that are friends now, and them going through my dating apps is holy, it's you can tell just evil.
Yeah.
There's something about ladies with each other that's just they get mad.
It's just so weird though, that you're just looking at their picture and you're just deciding. I don't know, but I think men are so much more visual than women are.
Yeah.
So you have to
really, there's a reason dating apps are it's for every 7 men on a dating app, there is 1 woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Because I thought that there's more women in the world, right?
There's more women in the world, but less on dating apps.
Yeah.
I think you have to be a special kind of girl to be on a dating app. It's I think you need, and also that might not be the kind of person that I would want to be with. It's someone that needs the gratification to pick them between 27 guys. What am I gonna do? I'm probably the funniest one.
Have you thought about applying for The Bachelor?
I should. I would crush it. I'd crush The Bachelor.
Fucking hilarious. I don't watch that show. I just watched The Golden Bachelor, the old man one, and that was fucking hilarious.
Oh, I bet. Also, what's funny is that it's I have no empathy for the people on The Bachelor at all. The Bachelorette. I'm working on a joke right now about how me dating a girl from Down for Love, I would get along better with her than any girl on The Bachelor. Because they're oh my god, what even happened? What? And then we're let's go get cheeseburgers. What's going on?
That's so your pace. That's absolutely your pace.
And I'm yeah, I'm like, please, it's so funny. Let's get cheeseburgers and have a good time.
Yeah.
And get along better.
Oh my
it's like,
God.
I've dated hot ladies, and I'm like, this sucks.
You know what? Yeah, I just want a cheeseburger.
I just want a cheeseburger in paradise, hun.
Yeah.
You know, like it is like the thing that like it's good about getting like going on a date with a girl outside of your league, because then you don't care, and there's something that's good about that. Like, because then you're like, oh, there's a certain level of confidence you have.
Like, are you saying when you say out of your league, like
yeah,
not as
looks
pretty
wise.
as you, or
looks
prettier
wise.
than you?
Way prettier than me. Way more attractive.
Oh, so you go on dates with these people and you just like don't care.
Now, well, it's not that I don't care. It's that like it's less pressure on me, because I'm like I'll be fine.
Right.
I know that
you're an idiot. We already know you're an idiot.
That's not what I'm
and
thinking.
I'm funny.
That is,
and
oh my.
Yeah.
You're talking to like the deepest parts of my subconscious. Like that's a lot of what goes through my head when I'm on dates, and that's probably bad.
Yeah,
that's probably bad. I'm like, I know better than you.
Yeah,
which is bad.
I don't even know what it would be like to like have to spend time with somebody that I like didn't like, you know, because like I'm always around people that I like it's not like I like have like
but also that's
another job, you know, that I like work with people I don't like or something, or I have to go places with people. I literally am just around comics, and when I'm with comics I choose to hang out with the comics that I like love, you know, and then it's like I'm just with my friends, like people I really enjoy.
That's great.
So I just don't know what it would be like for me to have to like sit at a table and like have a meal with somebody that I'd probably be so rude about it. I'd probably just be like, you know what, I'm gonna leave. Gonna leave.
I know in like 2 minutes whether or not I'm gonna see this girl ever again. Like, also very funny thing happened the other night. So I brought this girl to Nanos. And we're talking. It's not like forcing anything, you know. We're just like kind of talking, like being like friends now. Like maybe something can happen down the line or something. I don't really know. I'm not gonna put any pressure on it, you know. So we're hanging out. It's like it feels like it's going well. We're having good conversations, you know. Go up to use the bathroom, and I like start using the bathroom, and I stand up to wipe, because apparently you're not supposed to do this. You're supposed to sit down. Girl walks in. It's the girl I'm talking to at that moment. She walks in, sees me wiping my ass. And dude, comes in. I'm like, if there's ever a sign from God that I shouldn't do this, that's as firm as I can get. So we're probably going to be friends. There's no coming back from that.
That's like I hate that. Like that's because that's happened to everyone, where like someone's like walked in on you in the bathroom, you know, and like, but you just took it to like the nightmare, like the nightmare level.
It's the worst thing that possibly could happen. Because then she came back, tried to reassure me. She's like, "Oh, I didn't see anything." I'm like, "You're lying to me.
Yeah,
I know how exposed my ass was."
Yeah. Well, okay. So see, here's my advice for you. So
I
feel like
sitting down.
Yes, just wipe sitting down. Lock the door.
I locked the door. The door was broken.
Okay.
Wasn't human error.
But I feel like you shouldn't ever. You already were like, this girl, you know, maybe something will go on like down there. See, I feel like you shouldn't even like consider dating her if from like the second that you guys meet, it's not just like super easy, super natural, like you're just having a great time off the bat. Like I never feel like you should have to work to be in someone's presence, or like feel comfortable in someone's presence, or, you know, like with the person that you are like supposed to be with, or supposed to like, you know, fall in love with. Like it's an immediate, I personally think, and this is what's happened to me, you know, is that it's like just like this like immediate like ease, you know. Maybe it's like, okay, like you don't know immediately that you're like in love with them, but it should just be so easy to like have a conversation and to like be in each other's presence, and like it doesn't matter if it's silent or it's awkward, because it's just great.
But I'm uncomfortable with silence with anybody in my life.
Yeah, because because you just are happy that you're there, you know.
I got eviscerated, dude. Like I was like, me and Corey were talking. There was like a big lull in our conversation, and I just like, yeah. So, and she's like, you know, you do that all the time, right? I'm like, what do you mean? You say whenever there's more than 10 seconds of silence, you say yeah, and then try to bring something up.
Yeah.
All the time. do it all the time, and I'm like, it was such a deep observation about me, and then like I'm constantly insecure about it now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm usually like that. Like unless I'm with people who I like really know, you know. Otherwise, I feel like I have to fill the silence. Like I have to fill the void, you know.
Big time.
And I hate that.
You're like, oh, I gotta go fill this air right now. This is bad. Yeah. Dude, like, no, but dude, like relationships and stuff is tough. It's very funny. Like, what was the dating advice you got like from the Mormon stuff? Like, what was did
they were like, just get married and have so many kids. I grew up so different. Like, I would have started stand up, I think, a lot earlier if it wasn't grilled into my head from the day that I was born that like your job is to be a wife and a mother and you have no business doing anything else. Like I wasn't allowed to like take dance class. Like I wasn't allowed to like fucking just be a normal kid and like have hobbies and interests unless it had something to do. And I'm trying to come up with a joke around this, but I don't know the exact angle about it yet. But I was basically just like trained to like just be there for a man, you know, just like be like the perfect wife. And I know that there's something funny there because
it's like your job is to be there for a guy. Yeah, like that's literally like what you're like grooming me to do, which is so shitty.
That's crazy. Like so shitty. So but it was just very much like, you know, find somebody in the church, get married in the temple. And I just did the complete opposite. I found like the biggest drug dealer that I could possibly find and ran away to California and like lived with him until my parents like guilted me into getting married. And then it turned out he was addicted to heroin. And
that's so funny.
Wild. I got a lot of wild stories. Goodness. So I just was like, what's going to make my dad the most mad? That's what I did. Was what's going to make my dad the most mad?
That's very funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And then I got my shit together.
Then you're like, okay, maybe I should stop.
Yeah, but my husband that I'm married to now was never in the church. And so that was upsetting. But
they just dealt with it.
Yeah, they ended up dealing with it, but
that's what I realized with parents is that they just eventually just deal.
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah, like my parents will, like my mom, if she, like she's met like every girlfriend and stuff that I've had, and like her thing is she's like, I'll support any decision you make, but I'll tell you that I'm nervous about something that you need to be aware of this.
Yeah, I love that.
Like, and that's like, she'll be there no matter what decision I make, but she'll be like, I'm not going to tell you I'm supporting you right now, but I'll be like, I'll be here no matter what happens.
I'll still love you.
But yes, that's what I think good parenting is that it's not like controlling your kid's behavior, but it's like, hey, like this is stuff you need to be worried about.
Yeah. Like this is how I see it through my eyes because I have way more experience and I can see maybe a little bit further than you can, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's like it's your choice and you have to see it through.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. I have to live with the consequences of my actions, big time. Like that's what I have to realize and see and just make sure that I'm making good choices for the rest of my life. What also like the big thing that I've been focusing on right now is like, what is me in 5 years going to be grateful I'm doing right now? I think be very grateful for how hard I'm working in comedy.
Yes.
I think be very disappointed about how much chocolate milk I'm drinking. And like I stopped vaping because I was just like, this would suck.
Well, I didn't even know you did that. We talked about that at the gym the other day.
Ripped it.
I was so surprised that you did that.
Oh, I did all the time.
You're not like a big drinker.
No.
Nicotine
is just for like ADHD, just like ripped me. Nicotine ruled. I was like, this is sick. This is so cool. And then I was like, maybe I should not do that. That'd be bad. But I'll like smoke weed before bed to like go to sleep. But the thing is, I don't want to use a substance to affect the way I feel. Like if I'm doing bad, I don't want to drink to like make myself feel less bad, or I don't want to like smoke weed to make myself feel less bad. If you're doing that, you have to realize that there's a deeper issue too that you need to work on.
Yeah, I'm very much that way. I feel like I'm very self-regulating.
That's great. Like hey, I'm doing bad, so I like probably shouldn't go drink 14 Bud Lights.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. So do you drink on stage? Do you drink on stage every time?
Yes.
How many?
Usually, I just like to have one.
That's fine.
Yeah, 1 to 2 is like my max because after that, I don't know. I just like to take the edge off, but I also like will slur my words if I get too fucked up.
Dude.
So
I think we got to do like a show where you have to take a shot every like 5 minutes, and you do 15.
That would be funny. that would be funny because it's just like the show that they do with the weed. They do it at Looney sometimes.
Oh,
what's it called?
I don't
remember,
know.
but I would obviously never
Gateway
be asked.
show.
Yes, I would never be allowed on that show, but I would like to do that show. I think it'd be really fun.
Oh, you can get on it.
I don't think so.
It'll be fine.
Do you know who I am, Jason?
I know who you are. You vote for TJ Miller. Like the thing is, if you get the thing is, it's like you get to the point where it's undeniable. Like
Yeah.
I feel like you're there. Like you're getting big opportunities, and as you get those bigger opportunities, it's harder for people to be like, no.
Right.
Let
like
their
no personal issues get in the way.
Headline. No one
Yeah,
would
yeah,
ever
I
tell
know.
him. Like why?
Facts.
And like we freaking were you there when he was at 3's?
I was there both times.
It's nuts, man. And it's like he was just a guy. Like, and then pretty much like probably it's like what I assume happened because he was just like a regular dude. It's like, oh, he's pretty funny. That's pretty much all that happened. But now it's like, oh yeah, there's a different level here.
Yeah.
Because also he's a brilliant marketer. I think that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, he's just like using it to his advantage, which pisses people off so much.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why would you not? Like, why would you? I heard like there was like a little clip that was out about because he had his like tour posted with his shirt off,
Yeah.
and they're like, that's like such a fucking
douchebag move.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why would you not do that?
If I looked
all
like
of
Matt
his followers
Rife,
are women.
I would do that.
Yes.
I would do that for sure.
1,000%. No judgment.
Dude, if it was me, I would have like my chain dangling and I like look over. Like,
yes.
You ever see those TikToks? Caleb knows what I'm talking about. It's like they have these videos. It's like you lay your phone down. It's like POV. You're making out with me. Have you seen those? That's what I would do. It's like a guy and he's like he has his chain dangling. It's
no
down
fucking
his phone.
way.
And there's just like hot boys doing that. Dude, that's what I would do if I was Matt Rife. If I look like Matt Rife, that's what you're gonna see from me. It's gonna be like me.
It would just be like you just be out of control about it.
Oh, dude,
like,
I'd be the worst.
The most ridiculous.
I'm like, it's like honestly, it's a big reason of my motivation for working out. I'm like, I could be the worst.
Yeah.
Like if I had abs, I would pull up my shirt all the time.
Bert Kreischer, but
dude, I Bert Kreischer, but I'm hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, dude, just hot boy tactics.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the thing is, it's like you use like that's like the thing that you like people have gotten bad at like Trent because he edits videos for Nate Jackson, and then he also got this opportunity. It's like use it's so hard to succeed in comedy. Use whatever you can.
And it was like really funny because when I was in New York, I went to this like little workshop with he owns a management company. I can't remember what the name of it is, but the guy, it's him and his wife, and they manage some pretty big people, and they have like actors and whatever as well. But they both have been comics for like 30 years. So they've been in the industry a really long time. And they were talking about, for one, social media, like you have to have a following pretty much. Like that's like just a thing now. But the second thing that he was talking about that's so important, he's like, you have to create value. Like, what is your value outside of just being funny, So he's like, this is how I send my emails to the comedy clubs when I'm going to be booked as a headliner. He's like, obviously, like these are my jokes, but he's like, this is what else I'm going to do and bring value to the table. This is how I'm going to help you guys sell more drinks, and this is how I'm going to get more butts in the seats. Because at the end of the day, it's a business, and it's like, how can you improve their business, right? And it's by establishing that independent value. And I immediately thought of Trenton because that's what Trenton did. He's like, what can I bring to Nate Jackson? And then, use that to be able to get stage time. And he's like, this is what I can offer you. So it's like, we each have to come up with something outside. Cause he's like, they're like, anytime, like, it's like, you don't have to be the funniest person in the room all the time. People who are not nearly as funny as even us are getting way more opportunity because they found another way to create value.
Yeah, definitely. But it's about being like the total package too. Because like I went and saw Chris Stefano, and like the jump from like even like his feature was great, and the host was really good and all that stuff. But I could tell the jump in talent level between Chris Stefano and like other people on the lineup because you're just that funny. But the thing is that there's marketability there. Like he's a very likable dude. He's very good on the podcast side of things, and he did a lot of his own stuff. And that's kind of the path that I'm trying to take, because it's like, okay, let's say I can't get taken by like some road dog feature or somebody to like go on tour. What would it look like, and what would be the things that I should be doing to be able to create that opportunity? like the podcast is one of those things, and like making clips and like doing crowd work and stuff. I'm gonna start doing that at open mics.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
you want to be able to create as much content as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think a riff show or something would be really good. But yes, you got your comedy festival coming up. So that's in Tennessee.
Yes, yeah. Ben Daly's also on it, which is nice because I'm like, I'm just gonna be
I
in Tennessee.
ran into Ben this weekend. He hosted at Looney's.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Dude, it's pretty fun. So like, what's like the thing that you're the most excited about in your life right now? Like looking forward.
I think just like the mental shifts that I made as far as comedy goes.
That's
like,
awesome.
Just kind of shifting from putting so much pressure on myself to be like, to have all these things done or whatever, to like trying to go back to just having fun at doing it and like knowing that all those opportunities will come. Like when I was in New York, like it kind of shifted my mindset a lot because I just like the conversations that I had and the people that I talked to, a lot of which like I wasn't expecting, and it really just like shifted my perspective. Yeah, of just I need to like enjoy things more, and I am kind of like starting to shift like how I'm delegating my time versus because for 5 years I was on like the open mic grind. Like I was constantly. I worked very hard for at least, the first 2 years, even before you started. I was at every single mic. I was on the grind all the time. And I think now I'm to the point where it's like, yes, of course, like I'm not above open mics. I want to go to those, but I am going to start making more of a shift to like social media and TikTok and all of that bullshit that I haven't wanted to do, but actually for my lifestyle, it does work better for me. So maybe like kind of just like switching my premises. Like you've probably seen, like I've started like clipping out little things and taking them from the stage to that type of like platform. Yeah. Brilliant. So I'm excited about it because it's something new, and
that is very exciting. That's very good. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too, because it's like, what would be better if I go to an open mic or if I go make 17 pieces of content in my room by myself?
Yes.
And I'm like, the content now, because it's like you got it. If you just had one, you just got one. That's what me and Caleb were talking about. We get one clip that goes and hits like 3 million views. That can translate into actual legit money. For a podcast, and your goal is to just create enough content so then when they go and they want to check out all your stuff, you have stuff there. That's going to be a good experience for the listener.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So it'll be good. It'll be nice for us to just like change it up, and
that's great. Yeah, I've seen what you're doing on TikTok. It's really funny. Yeah, but also it's like freaking like you're just turned around all the time.
Oh, that's just my butt. Because again, what can I sell? Okay, what can I sell? And it works. So I've been working on this since I got back from New York. I've been working on this since I got back like 2 weeks ago. So for 2 weeks straight, like I'm gonna post every day. And I wasn't doing anything on TikTok. I had like 200 followers, and now I'm up to 4,000 like actual followers, which is great in 2 weeks. So I'm like, if I just keep consistently doing that, then and it's literally, if you look at my analytics, it's 92% men, all men. But it's like, whatever, I need to get the following however I'm gonna get it. So my husband's like, just do your jokes in your swimsuit. Like I'm going to Mexico in a couple days, and I'm doing it in my swimsuit, dude. So don't even, it's gonna be a thing.
That rocks. I can't do that. That's not in the card. Don't nod at that, Caleb. Believe in me. Pull that Speedo. Looking jacked. No, man. I think I don't know who I would appeal to. It's probably like the conservative Christians, hopefully.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Go John Crist route.
I think you could target the Mormons.
That's why I could accept. I look like a good Mormon. I look more Mormon than you do, to be honest.
Oh, for sure.
Way more Mormon.
Nobody ever thinks I'm Mormon or white.
No, so what was it like growing up in Utah? I don't think I ever asked you about that.
It was cool. I mean, there's like a lot of good things and bad things. I think like right now, it's like I have one daughter in middle school, and I'm just so shocked at like what she's exposed to already. Because like I didn't date, like I didn't even like get my first kiss till I was 17. Like I was very just so in a bubble. But then as soon as like that happened, it all just like went downhill, and then I exploded. But like, I don't know, kids are like vaping in junior high, and like this is crazy. Like the stuff that they know about now blows my mind. Internet. But I think it's always so I think it's partly the internet, and then also just being in a different like culture. Because in Utah at that time when I grew up there, everybody was Mormon. Everybody was white. There was one black person who went to my school. That was it.
Only knew Mormon.
Yeah, they were Mormon.
Oh, that'd be a tough one.
Yes, but
that'd be a tough gig.
It's beautiful there. I always tell people if you haven't been, absolutely go. Like Salt Lake is an amazing city, and now it's become like a lot more diverse, and it's not like it used to be. Like it's not completely overran by the church, but there's just a lot of like pressure to be this like perfect little person.
Oh, I bet. It's like the pretentiousness. Like I think that's like one of the biggest things that I've struggled with church in general with, is that it's a lot of the fakeness of it. Is that like you're showing this one face to like like the elders, right? And then you're showing this other face to like your friends and family.
Yeah, it's totally keeping up with the Joneses,
Yeah. Like I've been struggling with that, because it's like, what kind of person do I want to be? Is like what I'm dealing with now. It's like I don't know. I need to go do mushrooms, dude. Have you done mushrooms?
No, not really. I've like had like a very small amount, but I don't think enough to really do anything crazy. I made some tea once and like did my dishes, and that was cool.
You're just doing that
and
fun.
And then Ryan Young gave me some mushrooms one night, and like that was like I had like a nice time, but I wasn't tripping. I'm
gonna go have a spiritual experience soon. I need like a reset. That's why I'm feeling.
Yeah. That's what I would like to do, but I'm like, good. I have to plan ahead for that.
Definitely, like I think you can do it in like a good setting and stuff. What's crazy is my freaking mom. She's doing psychedelic therapy like 4 people.
Really?
She's doing like in like a therapeutic session for like 4 people. It's very funny because she's like because she's not allowed to advertise it. I tell a bunch of like I've had a couple comedian friends that have done it, and she's like, it's like the only 2 kinds of people that are coming in and getting it is like really old people and then like comedians that are going and doing this like mushroom therapy.
Oh my gosh. So it's mushrooms is what she's using.
Yes, like psilocybin mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had a couple very transformative experiences when I was on LSD and on mushrooms. Like where you really like it gives you like a time and a space to identify like stuff that's going wrong. Like that's how I ended up like figuring out what I should do with like who's in my house and like stuff like that. Like I was on a crazy amount of drugs, and I was like, and then you kind of get like this clarity. You're like, this is decisions I'm making for the betterment of my life. And you can make hard decisions. And also like one of the things I realized about me is that about how afraid I am of conflict, and like that can end you in a really bad spot, especially in like a relationship with like a girlfriend or something. If you're afraid of like communicating that you're unhappy, that's really bad. So I'm like, all that stuff I found out on drugs about myself.
For sure.
Which is wild, dude. But yeah, so you just did dishes and
with
mushrooms.
Yeah, but no, I definitely want to have like if I did it, it would be to have more of like a spiritual experience, because if I can get out of my own head, that would be really nice.
I think so too, because also it's like I know, like, because also I've seen this like a bunch of comedians. It's like how much judgment from other people affects your head. That makes you less funny. Like it's gonna get in your head and it's gonna make you a worse version of what you're doing.
For sure.
But dude, you're not alone. Like dude, like me too, for sure. Like I feel that way. I will admit it's a little easier for me to just say I don't care about this person at all because I'm better than them, because I have a huge ego. Yeah. So that helps me a bit, but it still is hard. It's still hard, like someone telling you stuff that you're insecure about your act, especially if you get like the right comment. It's like I get people that are like, you sound like Shane Gillis. I'm like, I'm going to put a gun in my mouth. This sucks. I'm trying so hard not to. But it's just like, it's just like you end up, hopefully, like I heard this really great quote from Dave Grohl, and he was like, you've create like true originality is when no one can tell where your influence came from, because you're still going to be influenced. Like if you listen to Dave Grohl, like he talks about like his drumming swells are like disco, like disco swells, and then the disco people knew that that's where he got it from, but no one in the punk rock scene knew that that's where he got that stuff from. And I think it's the same thing with comedy. It's like I love Brian Regan a ton. I love Norm Macdonald. I love Shane Gillis. I love Louis. Like, and that's like who I'm. And it's like I listen to a lot of Shane Gillis, so it's like I kind of, when I'm bombing, I go full, like I just do this, and
for
like,
sure,
I
for
crumble.
Sure.
But like I'm pretty confident otherwise.
Yeah,
and I kind of have a better stage presence, and it feels like more me. You know, but that's the thing is you just can't put the emphasis on what, you know, someone, first of all, what someone comments, because also as you're going to post on social media, you're going to get a bunch more hate. I'm guessing you probably, have you experienced that yet?
Oh yeah,
dude,
for sure,
dude,
for
freaking
sure.
It's
and some
so
stuff
bad.
I've like taken down because I just couldn't take it. But I'm like, but my friend who's helping me, he has a pretty big following, and he's like, you have to keep those ones up because those are the ones that are going to get your momentum. It's the hate comments, right?
Dude,
that
I've heard that's a big reason why Matt Rife, like, I will say this is what I will say about Matt Rife. Okay. I do like him. I think he's a very talented comedian. Like, he was a really nice guy. I thought it was cringy when he said, "Oh, what do I know? I only do crowd work," and then spiked the microphone. I'm not sure. Like, it's like, that's him. I hope. Like, obviously, if I was doing a 6,000 seat theater, hopefully I'd have the confidence to just drop the mic on complaining about hate comics on the internet. Which I'm like, people bully me because I'm handsome.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And then drop the microphone.
Yes,
which does
facts,
rule.
Facts.
That is funny.
I love that.
We'll edit it in. His closer. It's very funny.
Okay, great.
Big
love
time.
Matt Rife,
How are we doing on time, Mr. Caleb? Where are we at?
We're at an hour and a half.
Oh, dang. Well, that flew by.
That went by so fast.
That was crazy. It didn't feel like an hour and a half at all.
No.
Thank you so much for coming on, Lou.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to plug before we put this out? Like
now just follow me on social media.
Follow
Luso Comedy.
We'll put it in the comments. Thank you so much for coming on, Lou.
Yeah. Love you.
Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for listening. Or day. I don't know.
I don't know where.
JJ Alexander Show. Jason Alexander, the pinnacle of the male form.
JJ Alexander.